So this stunning double-bound Telecaster Custom is a 2011 Fender American Vintage 62 Tele-Custom in surf green. This is quite a rare colour for one of these. Most are just the sunburst, the three-tone sunburst model. But this one is finished in the ever-popular surf green, and it looks unbelievable with the double-bound Tele body. And if you've got a surf green, you've got to have the dark rosewood board with it, which this one does. So these were discontinued in 2012 in favour of the American Vintage 1 line of guitars, which did not feature a Telecaster Custom, and you have to wait until the American Original 60s came out for the Telecaster Custom style to be brought back into the lineup. However, they came with a 9.5 radius board. This one has a upgraded pure vintage 64 bridge, which has the correct inscription with the Fender patent pending on it, the correct placement of the Fender logo, and the original threaded steel saddles are also present and correct, which is also a period accurate feature of these. It has the standard three-way switching from the factory. You have your gorgeous 3-ply mint green pickguard, which looks wonderful with the surf green. Stock pickups, so you've got your 62 Tele Custom bridge. You can tell there with the sort of quite narrow paw pieces that are beveled. It's original style, and the 62 Custom neck pickup. These pickups are pretty much never found on the used market, which is always a good indicator that they're keeping a lot of people happy. Another nice thing to see on this is that whilst it has the heel truss rod adjust, nobody has shoved screwdrivers in there or anything of the sort and damaged the recess on the pickguard. It's still beautiful and clean. So as you can see here, we have the period correct 62 style slab rosewood board with 22 vintage style frets, and if you were looking at an American Original 60s as a similar style, you would get a round lamb board. These slab boards probably have a slightly beefier tone to them, to be fair, because you've got more massive rosewood, and most people prefer the slabs. You've got the amber dot markers on the side of the neck. We have our factory stock nut, period correct butterfly string tree with, again, period correct metal spacer underneath there. Goto Fender 6-in-line vintage style tuners, and again the period correct Fender Custom Telecaster decal on there with all the correct fonts, etc. So just taking a look at the back of the headstock, you can see it's lovely and clean, as is the back of the neck. The neck on this is a nice slim early 60s profile, again pretty period correct. There's no marks to the back of the neck, as you can see. There's some nice subtle figuring in it in the right lighting. Very nice indeed. As I say, the back of the neck is beautifully clean. Again, period correct rift sawn maple, as you'd expect. The neck also has a lovely tint that's not too anemic, but unlike a lot of the new reissues, isn't too amber and pumpkin in its hue. We have our original neck plate there with the serial number, and we have a relic look back. Now, whilst this won't be for everybody, I will refrain from using words like mojo and characterful, because I think they're overused cliches these days. But you can see that the wear patterns have been carefully considered to mimic what you would find on the back of a custom shop Tele. I'm just going to get closer in there. You can see that the alder underneath here has some really, really lovely grain to it. And there's no actual structural issues at all, it's just surface faux relic wear. There's also some nice lacquer checking going on, protruding from these places on the back, and they're very stable. Obviously they may enlarge slightly over time, but with the poly undercoat you're not going to run into too much of an issue at all. See your 6-string through body there, all original ferrules, and the frets are in wonderful condition on this example. The front, again, has just that sort of tasteful faux relic, but it's a lot more subtle than the back. Obviously the back would be where most of the wear would be picked up in real life. So other than the back, the guitar is in really nice and clean condition. You do see most of these with wear to them, to be fair, and this one, in terms of the wear, it's being considered to look relatively sensible. Given the fact that these Japanese TL62 guitars are coming, or are selling rather, without cases for £1,000, this one is miles ahead of them. So these Telecustoms are going up in value very rapidly, and this one is inarguably Fender's coolest colour, and it's an AVRI, so it has a lot going for it. As you can see here, we have some case candy, including the case key, ashtray cover, original reissue style switchcraft lead, and the original Fender polishing cloth. We have the paperwork for the additional capacitor, the mylar cap that they gave you as part of the case candy if one wanted to install it. We have the Fender owner's manual, the warranty pamphlet, and most importantly we have our 3 original hang tags. Again with the guitar, this one being the guitar hang tag, and as you can see, American Tele Custom, or 62 Tele Custom I should say, SFG, which means Surf Green, W case with case, and this is the original case, which is in the Choco Brown, again period correct colour that you don't get on the vintage reissues, with the beautiful gold interior. And we also have our reissue style leather strap that came with the guitar. Again, as you can see, these are on another level in terms of the case candy that they got supplied with versus something like an American original 60s custom Tele. As we can see, our original G&G case. And yeah, that just about wraps us up for the American vintage reissue 62 Tele Custom in Surf Green. This guitar is for sale on Reverb, and if you do have any questions, please do hit me up. I'll be more than happy to answer them. Thank you ever so much for watching, and please do take care.